We begin our coverage tonight with more on the details of what Gingrich said, when, and most importantly, where he said it.
I asked you if the rumors were true that you were in an affair with a woman, obviously who wasn't your wife, at the same time that Bill Clinton and Monica Lewinsky were having their escapade.
Well, the fact is that the honest answer is yes.
Gingrich now admits that while he was leading the impeachment against Bill Clinton, he was having an extramarital affair of his own with a congressional aide, now his third wife. Tonight, Gingrich's past behavior is still a big problem for one prominent conservative religious leader.
Was there hypocrisy involved? Of course there was. It needs to be called for what it is, hypocrisy.
As long as 2 years ago, Gingrich was plotting his return, but then refused to talk about his personal life.
Well, what is your answer about
divorce? I'm not going to get into all that.
Mr. Gingrich says it's not enough that he, by inference, is the smartest guy in the room. He also has to be wise. Now, you can associate many things with Newt Gingrich, but wisdom isn't one of them. Surely, the Republican nominating electorate should understand the fact that people have patterns. Don't expect the patterns to go away. Expect the patterns to manifest themselves again. And if Newt Gingrich has any pattern at all, and he does, it is a pattern of getting himself into trouble because he thinks he's the smartest guy in the room.
It caused you to reflect at all personally that maybe you do need to be more sensitive also to...
Look, I have been sensitive to ethics issues for my entire career.
Good evening. Newt Gingrich, who came to power, after all, preaching a higher standard in American politics, a man who brought down another speaker on ethics accusations. Tonight, he has on his own record the judgment of his peers, Democrat and Republican alike, by an overwhelming vote. They found him guilty of ethics violations. They charged him a very large financial penalty, and several of them raised serious questions about his future effectiveness.
He did have a checkered period as Speaker. He was the only Speaker in the United States history ever reprimanded for an ethics violation for which he had to pay a $300,000 penalty. And in addition to that, of course, he was nearly ousted in a mutiny by his own troops in the House in 1997 and was finally basically forced to step down in 1998. And he became, during that period, a kind of a poster child for Republican excess.
December 7th, to most Americans, is the day that will live in infamy, right? It's the anniversary of Pearl Harbor. It is a somber day among American historical commemorations. Pearl Harbor Day this year was commemorated by Newt Gingrich as follows. He tweeted this: "The 69th anniversary of the Japanese attack is a good time to remind folks of our novels, Pearl Harbor and Days of Infamy." Newt. By our novels, Mr. Gingrich means novels that he co-wrote that he wants you to buy. It's a good time to remind. Mr. Gingrich later deleted that tweet without comment and without apology. On Veterans Day this year, if you were lucky enough to be on one of Mr. Gingrich's spam, scam email lists, he sent out an email on November 11th under the subject line, Happy Veterans Day. If you clicked on that, you would find out that Mr. Gingrich was using Veterans Day to promote another one of his novels, which might make a lovely gift. Celebrate Veterans, Pay Newt. Then Christmas this year was an occasion for him announcing 12 days of Gingrich gifts. Actually, I should be specific here. It was specifically an occasion for the Gingrich Productions 12 Days of Xmas presents. Newt Gingrich is amazing. But if you called for more information about how to accept the award, you would find out that in order to get the award, you would have to send Newt Gingrich $5,000. This kind of scam has made Newt Gingrich a rich man since he left the House of Representatives under a cloud of fundraising ethics charges.